interrupting your prayer review? Or did you puss out and decide not to do one?
No, I'm trying to do one. I figured when I said as soon as I get done with you, I'm going to do a brew review, that would mean that you wouldn't call.
I thought about it. I was like, I'm going to wait 5 minutes before I call it back.
Hey guys, it's Friday, and you know I'm trying to do a brew review, and these assholes are bothering me.
Hi, my name's Eric, and I love penis.
There's Ed. I'm
here.
Ed is like that guy. Ed's like that guy you gotta watch out for because he seems quiet, but I know as soon as you pass out, that's the fucker that draws the penis on your forehead.
And Eric is the guy that actually has his penis on your forehead.
Yeah, and on that bombshell, let me put these guys on hold for a moment. Oops. I hung up on them.
You're pretty when I'm drunk. 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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Guys, Friday, actually, for me, very late on Friday, and tomorrow I'm gonna go do a little work, building a deck for the guy. Seriously? Hello?
You can't get rid of us that easy.
Oh, hang on.
Ed's very upset you hung up on him. He's like crying. He's inconsolable.
Ed is inconsolable, huh?
Ed is inconsolable. You should see it. He's talking to Jeff right now, and they're like hugging it out over the computer.
Alright. That's wonderful.
Ed says he loves you, and he's getting naked right now, waiting on you to come back.
Hello? I think my battery's dying. Hello? Can you hear me?
Go fuck yourself. Bye.
That's a shame that the battery died. We could have, continued having that conversation. It's Friday, and evidently it's time for everybody to be on video chat. What are we looking at? Well, I'm actually, speaking of Ed, Ed sent a bottle of smoked porter from Stone Brewery. This one is a kind of a wimpy 5.9% by volume, but I'm all for trying it. And like I promised yesterday, I unpacked a few of the brews from Bulwark 1911, but seems how this would be better in a glass right now. Oh. Hold on. There. That's better. Almost completely screwed up the brew review. Glass for that. I would already have one, but I don't already have one. Let's use a big glass. Speaking of big, it's a big glass. And I've heard a lot of good things about this. If memory serves, Paul PA Brew News likes this, which has to be good, right? If Paul from PA Brew News likes it. Nothing too exciting there on the old bottle top. Fail. That poor swimsuit. Okay, here we go. Now, personally, I have to say, when it comes to stuff from Stone, I've been about a 50-50 on their brews, and I know a lot of guys really dig their stuff. Good carbonation, definitely good carbonation. Not a problem seeing light through this. Plenty of head, which is good on a Friday night. Almost looks like a Coca-Cola as far as the carbonation clinging to the glass. Smell your roasted malts and chocolate and smoke. Now with those ones with the extremely, unless you're Paul from PA Brew News, which must be cool to be him. You know, between the massive cellar that he has and being able to pronounce obscure brews, you know, if there's ever a game show where the category is obscure beer names, Paul's like gonna take it. Yeah, New York Half-Ass Pepper sent me a bunch from Heffy goes down on Gleist or something like that. Geist brewery. But I actually found that smoke was like, you'd have a couple of sips of that and go, man, this is really good. I'm digging the smoke. And then by the time you're halfway through it, you're like, man, this is like gnawing on some burnt firewood. So let's hope that this isn't as overdone for the smoke. Not bad. The smoke is present, but you actually kind of get it kind of secondary to the roasted malts and the chocolate and the coffee. For something that has, I know some of you are going, well, that's not light at all, but trust me, you know, this is from my perspective, which, you know, I'm actually coming to you from another dimension. From my reality, this is Coca-Cola-ish. I mean, I can make out the tripod and the camera and the lighting and everything through the glass. Oh, wait for it. I actually still have my working guy stuff on. You see what I mean? There's a lot of these where you get absolutely nothing from that little scientific thing right there. That's some deep shit. I know you probably don't get the flashlight back at you review on most brew channel. I mean, that hack Greg, I mean, he never, you know, does the flashlight back at you thing. You know, that's like probably a first over here at the BandEBrew Review channel. So suck it, Greg. Yeah, that's a meaningless thing. Other than the fact that, like I said, it's kind of like almost like a root beer kind of a color to it. But the flavors are definitely all there. I mean, nothing has that like a lot of the brown ales, they kind of have those diluted sort of flavors, you know, like a brown ale, you know, they took a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and they created a brown ale where, you know, something like a porter is, yeah, I don't know, I read that somewhere. Paul from PA Brew News talked about it. Speaking of good beer, guys, not like the hack Greg, kind of wondering where the hell Jameson has been. Jameson, where the hell are you? I miss his brew reviews. He's a cool dude. I'd like to say that somebody influenced me to start doing videos on beer, but as it turns out, I just wanted to drink and talk to my friends in front of a camera. I like to say that this is my first beer tonight, but it's not. Took Christine out to dinner to JB's Schneider just down the street here. I know the owner. His name is Gary, and he's a pretty cool dude. They do a lot of really cool things there. It's like I'd say it's like a mom and pop shop thing, but it's more like just a pop thing. But everything is like homemade, you know, there's no, you know, big restaurant thought out kind of stuff. And they do a lot of like the dinner theater stuff. Like, you know, last month they had a guy in there that did the Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack stuff. And they basically divide the place in half and just go hang out. And I think that night it was a 5-course meal and the entertainment. They got another one coming up. Me and Christine are going to be treating my mother and my sister to that one. I think I talked about it. I sent some audio to Pete, and I immediately got that guy sucks. Sometimes I think when Pete needs a little, you know, motivation, he just gets an image of Frank Sinatra, and it's just, never mind. I'm even sorry I went there. So, up front, it's actually kind of a little bit of a hoppiness, not really much. Just a little bit of a kick at the beginning. Then right behind that, you're gonna get the roasted malts. That smoke is kind of mingled in there. It's just not real overwhelming like that last one. I mean, I guess if we end up hanging and I drink this whole thing, I can tell you if it starts to get to the point of nauseum or something like that. But that one it's just amazing sometimes. You know, sometimes, you know, that's why I hang out and drink the whole thing. I know some guys, you know, they'll just have a few sips, they'll tell you about it, go look at Rate a Beer and Beer Advocate, call it done, head on out, and some things, seriously, they alter as either as you have more of it or if they warm up. You know, like I said, you know, I got the refrigerator set for what I like my beer to be, cold, but some of them like that one Scottish ale, it's like, holy shit, once that thing warmed up, it was just warmer. On the E scale, wow, I'd have to go back and look at what I gave other things from Stone, but this by far, their smoked porter, this is the best thing that I have actually had from Stone so far. and it's good. It's very good. I'd probably give this a 9.5. I'd probably, if I was to actually rate it, I'd probably give it a 9.5. Yeah. And yeah, I still haven't bothered reading the I see the word smoked used a lot, so probably a little clue. Let's do it. Tomorrow, Saturday, I like usual gonna be going in doing a little work for a while. I got my Sunday breakfast with Lillian and her boyfriend Jared, and Jared had to work, so we moved that up, so I'm going to be doing that with them. And then if the weather is good, and once again, it seems like these weather people can't get together. Christine's phone gets her weather from, I don't know, Weather Underground or something like that. Mine was getting it from AccuWeather, and it was just like almost a night and day difference on the forecast. Same with today. I noticed I had some service work to do at one of the properties, and I got there, and my buddy Greg, he's like, "What's the weather supposed to be?" Because we had another guy that we sent to a job to stain a deck, and he had already called and said, "It's starting to rain. What should I do?" And it was just like, I just hang out for a little bit. It's gonna get good. Hangs up the phone, he looks at me, he goes, did I just tell him the right thing? And I'm like, well, according to my phone, yeah, he told him the right thing. But according to his phone, it was completely the opposite, which it ended up being kind of a little bit of a mix of both forecasts, I guess. But, so if the weather's good, we're going to do breakfast with Lily and Jared, and then me and Christine, because she's literally has been, let me get this for you so you can look at it, gun porn instead of that. Yeah, you're right. Fuck the guns. No, just kidding. She's been dying to shoot her zombie gun with the scope on it. I think that is going to end up being something that she's really going to enjoy, since how it's like a 2.5 power, which is kind of the equivalent to what's on my AR all the time. God, you can blow money so fast on these things. Beer. Boobs. Oh. Bulwark 1911. That's right. Sorry. Busy talking about those. Pulled out a bunch of the stuff that he sent. Cold Smoke Scottish Ale. Another one with the old smoke. Double Hall IPA. And Eddie Out Pale Ale. These are all from Kettle House. All this stuff is Montana brews. Dragon's Breath. Just like the sound of that. And then a couple from Big Sky, another one of the breweries that you just can't go wrong when you're talking about brown ales. Moose Drool, they're like the standard. Bobo's Rustic Porter. And Pygmy Owl Itty Bitty IPA. What's the alcohol percentage? Itty Bitty. 4.2 on that one. How about the porter? 5.8. So that's what Bulwark sent. Again, thank you, my friend. So far, he's had some pretty good taste in beer. Then again, anybody with a passion for anything from Big Sky got you know where the hell they went. He sent me a bunch of stickers before, and they're laying around here somewhere from Big Sky. Other than that, anybody that... Oh, that's right, we got to announce what we're going to drink next, and then the rest of you can depart, and then we'll hang out and, you know, drink a beer, and I'll show you my latest project that I'm working on. That was from Ed. Good job, Ed. I reckon if you haven't had this, yeah, have your daughter pick you up another one. Tomorrow, let's look at... no, just kidding. I kind of want to save this until some of the guys are here and everybody can have a shot of it. You know, why don't we look at something that Bulwark sent? Seemed interesting. Tomorrow, let's look at the Dragon's Breath. Put that right in on the up to bat shelf. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Aquaman makes a peanut butter sandwich because he can't do shit. What the hell is up with Aquaman? Who gives a shit? Talks to the fish? Really? That's a superpower? Would really be a superpower these days is to actually have enough kind of intellect to talk to a liberal. That would be outstanding. Oh, we haven't done the update lately. The amount of days that Dick Stain can possibly continue to destroy this country is 909. 3 hours, 26 minutes, and 57, 56, 55 seconds. I was listening to Sean Hannity today, and a liberal called in, and she actually agreed with him on a whole bunch of things, but went on and on about how Hillary was going to be the next president. And as much as I want to cringe, right now, a rubber fucking dog shit would be better than Obama, because not only is he completely incompetent, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he's a moron, because he's not. His whole plan was to fundamentally change America, and he is. He's trying to turn us into a social utopia of shit, where if you can't beg or get it from the government... Gee, I wonder who that could be. Decline, Travis. Okay, so we talked about what we're going to drink next. I got my slam in on Obama. I don't know. Most of you guys agree. I'm sure there's a couple of people that, you know, privately want to continue. But I don't understand anybody. Well, of course, you know, it doesn't actually come as a surprise. More and more interviews that I've actually seen with liberals that would normally support someone like Obama are completely running away from him. That's just because when you're bad for America and you're bad for conservatives, and then when you're bad for a liberal, then you're just bad. Project. Something I've been working on today. Another reason that I really hope the weather is nice tomorrow is this little guy. This is a Spike's Tactical Lower. It has a JP spring kit in it. I have put like normal. I have put the Battle Arms Development Ambi safety selector switch in it. I am running the I'm not even sure you can even buy this thing, so thanks to Matt, the all black ATI Scorpion X2. Now here's my thoughts on this. I wanted to subtly recreate my AR so that you have something where the grip is the same, the controls are the same, but it's just a little bit different format. This one is a dedicated DPMS 22 long rifle with a full-on bull barrel, target crown. Let's see, what else have I done to it? Swapped it out and put a mil-spec tube on it so I could steal Christine's CTR stock. Everything went to shit on her bling gun, and we might as well just loot her of all of her supplies. And don't worry, when I can actually find a compatible upper and lower that will work with that. She's sort of kind of going in a different direction anyway. That the one was supposed to be all shiny, and that was that R-Guns piece of shit. You know, this isn't the Ebomi channel, and there was never actually a court order because their attorney agreed with me. Roger from R-Guns, go fuck yourself, you useless piece of shit. Talk about a dick weasel. There's been a couple of other guys that have put up videos about stuff they got from R-Guns. Fluted barrels all chewed to shit, big chunks missing out of their uppers. He did a video and I warned him that you better watch out. The owner of R-Guns is like 2 years old, and when he sees this video, well, sure shit, he attempted to order some another upper from R-Guns, and they sent his money back, so they didn't want to do business with him. Yeah, that's R-Guns. So if you ever need anything for an AR, do not do business with them, because if you actually were to fluke out and get lucky and actually have it be a decent part, if you ever have anything, they know nothing about customer service or customer support. They are a bunch of little children running a company. So, sorry I blew up right there, but we attempted. We were gonna have Christine's bling gun done, but now she says that when she actually does one, she wants it to be completely in the Harley Davidson theme. And seeing how I haven't seen a really shiny Harley versus mostly black and their burnt orange color, I'm guessing that's the direction. But she's off to a good start, because Howard from the bunker got her some custom stuff. Her forward assist button is a Harley Davidson. Her trigger guard has the Harley emblem on it. So, but back to me. This one has the Nikon with the cantilever Rock River mount. Have several mags. These ones are the Black Dog Machine. This is a this one's only a 10-rounder. A 10-rounder. Got a couple of Black Dog 25s. The CMG 25. And one of the bigger ones from Black Dog. So yeah, I just thought this was pretty freaking cool. So hopefully the weather works out tomorrow. Go out and try this thing out, get it sighted in. You know, you get used to charging your charging a full-size one, and this thing is just like it's like tiny. So there you go. What do you guys think about that? What's kind of cool about that is, technically speaking, if I want to stick with the the same trigger and controls off of my other AR. I could just pop this upper onto it, but I kind of wanted to have something that was dedicated as opposed to swapping stuff out. The Nikon makes Nikon has some pretty decent glass. So that's that guy. The bipod. Not sure on this one. If I don't like this one, I might swap out and do one like a Black Hawk, like I have on the Mosin. But that's that. And other than that, we got Project Secret Squirrel. A bunch of you guys on the inn know about that. As that project stands, that's a special build. That's a special build for a special person. There's no secret giveaway or anything like that. The boys, me and the boys, are building for one person in particular. And as it stands right now, I think we're only missing a couple of things, and that one is going to be complete. And I have to say that one's going to be very cool, very, very cool in a old school kind of way. You know what I mean? So, okay. Now that this has run out plenty. Yeah, it's still doing good. The smoke flavor in there is just enough to keep it tasting good and not overwhelming. I stay behind my 9.5 comment. Okay, guys, gonna get this uploaded. Go chat with the boys, and really looking for the weather to be good tomorrow, so I can get out. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'll be honest when I say I really been wanting to do a video on that square break on the Mosin from Huber Concepts. That rifle. I know most people aren't going to want to get a Mosin and then tear it all apart and turn it into something completely different. But if you are personally looking for something to do your own project on, I mean, do you want to start by with something like a Remington 700, which you've already paid 300 and something bucks for or more, and then started doing some stuff to it? You know, because that's been a question that I get, because there's so many armchair quarterbacks that are like, why do something like that to a Mosin? It's only it's $100 rifle, and then you put all that money into it, and it ends up that the rifle is the cheapest thing. It's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a even after the tax, under $100 for the whole rifle. And it has a $100 scope mount on it and a $100 trigger in it, which is the best $100 you can ever spend. I don't care if you keep your Mosin stock or not, because nobody's going to know. We've already talked about it. If you want to call me a fanboy for something, it's Huber Concepts. John Huber and Gary from Huber Concepts, two of the coolest dudes you're going to meet. And the quality of the stuff is insane. It talk about transforming something with a 12, 14, 16 pound trigger on it down to that one that one ended up being 3.5 pounds, and of course that one being a pound and a quarter. I mean, a moth could like crash into that trigger and set that one off. So, but yeah, hopefully hopefully the weather's gonna play along tomorrow. Get out and shoot. I'm gonna probably put some more rounds through the BMG 50, and hopefully get Christine out with her zombie AR, and she's been dying to put some more rounds through the XDM, and she has not had a chance to shoot her 38 special since that came back from the gunsmith, getting that corrected. And if I go, I want to shoot this, get it sighted in, and of course I always want to shoot the Mosin. Yeah, well, every single time I get big plans on that, the weather completely screws me. By now, nobody's here watching, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.